Hello everyone, welcome to LEGO Star Wars, this Let's Play, Episode 6, Chapter 2. It's a bit of a weird one today because YouTube puts blocks on the certain music, like it will flag up copyright on its content ID system, and usually that's been okay. We don't monetize our channel, we don't get enough views to monetize, like to make monetization anything but a hassle. So we don't monetize, which usually means when a content ID is flagged, they just like run ads on the video and we don't get to stop them, which is fine. They can do that all they want. But with this one, the specific song that it flagged, Disney was not having it, or specifically Sony apparently, because they licensed the soundtrack. And they were like, no, this is not fair use. This is unfair use. At which point that YouTube gives you a thing you can repeal. Not the repeal measures; those go against you. This is just a thing you can say. Hey, a robot check this. Can a human being look over and make sure it's okay? And I did that. I said, hey, human being, I've got a bunch of these. This forms a series. If the other ones are fine, this is fine. And it turns out with those specific things, what they do is instead of having a human being at YouTube look over it, which is what I thought happened, they just ask Sony and go, Sony, does this infringe upon your copyright? And shockingly, Sony said, yeah, we think it does. Yeah, we don't want this, which I think is ridiculous. I know complaining about YouTube's content ID system is the most talking to a wall thing you could possibly do on the internet, but anyway, that's why I'm re-recording this today, the week before the video goes up, rather than as I played it. But that's fine, we get to do a little post-mortem on this whole thing. There's three more episodes after this, but I'll talk about how things have gone since then. Let me summarize what was said in the original version of this video first. When I recorded this originally, I talked about the structure of the film and what I thought was the film structural problems. And now it's been 4 months since I did the Star Wars epic. The new computer's coming soon, by the way, so new Let's Plays hopefully as soon as this one's done. Fingers crossed, cross them fingers. Might be the Force Unleashed one, right? Yeah, the Force Unleashed one might run first. There's a tongue twister. But once that's done, I'll be up and ready with hopefully Resident Evil and a bunch of others. But anyway, that's that. Now, I was going to talk about what I talked about before, which was the structure of the film, which is very strange. It's a very strange structure. It has about an hour of dead air in the middle and at the start, in that there's a lot of taking care of business. It's like, okay, we got to go get the guys from the place to go see the rebels, to go do the thing. So a lot of it feels incredibly arbitrary and lacking intention. The stuff that, when it gets into the good stuff, like Vader and Luke on the Death Star, then battle for the fate of the universe and some mythic epic scale, that's fantastic. That stuff is some of my favorite stuff in Star Wars, but the movie as a whole is paced really badly in my opinion. They needed at least an extra 45, maybe 20 minutes of just stuff on the Rebel base, because there's nothing on the Rebel base. They leave Jabba's palace. There's a fantastic scene with Yoda, which I thought was a bad scene before. I thought when I watched it before that it was just undercutting, getting rid of all the tension and the weird ending of Empire. But actually, no, it's all intact. Yoda is not pleased with Luke at that point, but he's like, "Hey, you're the best we got. Do everything we can, I guess." And that was really great. And then you go off to the Rebel base, and they're like, "Hey, the Death Star. We found the Death Star. We're doing this. This is the plan. The Emperor's going to be there. This is the plan. This is it. This is the day." And then, next scene, they're off to do that battle. There's no building up of stakes of the Alliance. There's no building up of stakes of the people there. There's no building up of stakes of the characters. Han and Leia do not have a story in this movie. The only two characters with the story are Luke and Vader. And I guess maybe Lando, an argument could be made for, because he gets to fly the Falcon. And he did not end last movie in such a place. I mean, technically, he did end the last movie flying the Falcon, but you know what I mean. So that was very strange in the pacing of the movie, but it was fine. Yeah, so that's what I talked about before. And I also am about to get stuck for 10 minutes here, because apparently I'm really bad at Lego. This level's really strangely designed, so get ready to watch me be stuck for a while. But that's 4 minutes of summarizing, and now I guess we just kind of little chat for a while. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I've got 20 minutes to kill, because this level went on forever because I got stuck. And I just got to talk to you. So hi, thank you for watching this Let's Play. I hope you enjoy it. There's more episodes after this. It's great. Going on in my life right now, I have goddamn Metal Gear Forever. That's been fun. Please look forward to the my entire playthrough of the Metal Gear Saga on the site soon in words form. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I really like this Let's Play. It was a fun time. It was a great experiment in what I could do with Let's Plays. I think by recording things after the fact, I'm getting through things quicker, which is more efficient, and I stop for what have I got to do when I'm playing the game. But in terms of the relationship between me and Star Wars as a thing and how that is explored by the topics I chose and the game as a choice, everything lined up really well. I did have a dumb idea to read the Harry Potter books and play a bit of each Harry Potter game, which sounds like an amazing idea, but I'm not going to buy the rare Harry Potter games. Look at me, come on, I'm not going to do that. I don't have the money for that. I don't have that's a bad use of my time. And if there's one thing I'm about, it's spending my time well. Everybody knows this. So, not going to happen. But I did like the format of this whole thing, and I would be totally interested in doing something like it again, to having a specific thing to discuss with a Let's Play. I also think I'm going to do lots more Let's Plays in which I play through the game and then play through the game again and record it. That, as an approach, is going to be really interesting, because it'll let me talk about stuff. So with the Metal Gear things, at some point next year, after 13 years, I guess maybe later next year, after a while of not thinking about those games for ages, I'm going to either compile my thoughts and polish them up and put them in an ebook, or I'm going to go through them again on a Let's Play and do a commentary track of the series. Either or for my detailed thoughts, but that's what's going to happen there. But no, there's lots of things. Watch me get stuck here with because I can't get through. It's really difficult. But yeah, Star Wars is weird, eh? Star Wars is coming out soon. It's September. New Star Wars on the way. How do you feel? I feel strange, because I don't care about Star Wars that much. I enjoy it. I love this playthrough. It's great. But I'm in the place where the things I cared about, the sci-fi I hung my hat on, is all sad. It's not in a good. Look, which one are you meant to choose? How are you meant to get across the gap? I don't know. So I'm just gonna run around and try everything. I find that thing, and then it's okay, there's one more. But the third lever, you can clearly see it's in the top right of the screen in a second. There it is, and I've noticed it now, and I'm okay, how do I get up there? And watch for the next 3 minutes as I am unable to figure this out. It's embarrassing. So there you go. Shake my head very much. But as someone who's into sci-fi and really loves the idea of having a big sci-fi thing to care about, or just not even a big sci-fi thing, just a big franchise that I hang my hat on thematically, and this is a thing that I love, and the things that it says represent my worldview. That's what Star Trek is to me, or was to me. And that's what Doctor Who was to me, and that's what in the intervening month Metal Gear has become to me. And all 3 of those are in the trash. They're in the trash. Someone threw them in the trash, burned them, and put them in the saddest place for them to be. And it's just come on. Why can't a thing be good? Why can't a thing be good and then stay good? So, yeah. That's where I'm at with Star Wars. I'm jealous of the people who still have Star Wars. Even though Star Wars has been in the trash many times, also Star Wars is, I feel, far more thematically light than all 3 of those things, or at least not many people are going to say, I love Star Wars because of the themes, even though they're a big thing, especially in this movie. The good and evil battle of... Oh shit, I knocked the table. The good and evil battle of Star Wars is a fantastic good and evil battle. It has a really important, poignant message, especially as a kids movie. It's great. But in terms of the complete worldview that is expressed by something like Star Trek, or the Ross T. Davies era of Doctor Who, those have specific things about life and death and people that have shaped me as a person in a way that Star Wars general be good, don't be bad doesn't. And I don't want to diminish its be good message, because I think it's a powerful, important message, and I think it delivers it well. But I don't, it's not the same thing. So I understand why Star Wars is easier to hold on to, especially as it's already been ruined once. The prequels happened and they were made by the guy, and now it gets to become ruined again because instead of being like the value as a culture we place on the work look at that of one person is strange, but I understand it. Like, for example, if like they could make another Metal Gear game again, no one's gonna give a fuck. I enjoy seasons 5 to 7 of The West Wing, but it's hard to think of them as the same thing, even if they actually answer a lot of my critiques of Aaron Sorkin's style. So being removed from the authorial voice of George Lucas's like creative decision making, what is like Star Wars in this setting? And even though the best Star Wars is actually not made by George Lucas, like those Tarkovsky is the wrong word. That's a different name. But you know the guy. I think it's Tarkovsky. I've embarrassed myself so much. But his Clone Wars shorts, phenomenal. They're phenomenal. They're probably my favorite Star Wars thing. And the universe is so much bigger than George Lucas, and the expanded universe has had so much stuff in it that I know that is a wide universe with lots of things in it that people care about. But now that this like Star Wars is basically going to be Marvel from here on out, and Marvel's universe doesn't have a central theme. There's no central idea or identity to Marvel's universe beyond hey, give us money, and maybe like toxic idea of like right wing American imperialism, which is just inherent with the idea of a superhero team defending everyone. Like. And like Marvel have, to their credit, have tried to address that in their last few movies, but we'll see how like explicit they get with that. Anyway, so that's the closest thing that franchise has to a theme and like evolution and self-interrogation of its identity. And I wonder whether that will happen in Star Wars, and I wonder what Star Wars' identity. Look, come on, what are you doing? You got to get up the thing. I can't do it. Look, I don't know how to do it. But, so I wonder what Star Wars is in a world in which it's just made by Disney. And like, because there was going to be a time, there was like, not a time, but a certain man, we'll call him J.J. Abrams, clearly had the idea when he got that job that he was going to like be the Star Wars guy now. He had an idea for the trilogy, was going to do the whole thing. That didn't stick around. They've got different writers and directors for each entry. And that's just, like, gonna be how it is now. Disney are gonna control what happens. And I don't know what that means it looks like. And I'm excited for parts of it because it means I'm excited for example, the Gareth Edwards movie, the Rogue One film. Because at a point, they're just gonna let certain directors go wild and just say, hey, make a Star Wars movie, I guess. Go nuts. And maybe that means that some of the spirit of, like, the expanded universe stuff is, by the way, I've done it. I did it. Look at that. Who's a cool guy? It's me. But that means some of the spirit of the expanded universe stuff is going to come to the films and just, hey, here's a movie about pilots. Check it out. We made that thing. Which I am all in favor of that. But the thing that is going to be strange is just knowing that the whole thing, like almost every single creative, like big budget thing, like films are not made by like creatively driven like people anymore on that level. Like what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say like the ability for someone or a team of people to make something like that larger scale, but still kind of driven by some kind of creative or auteurish spirit is not. It's not a thing anymore. That's just not feasible in this day and age. And I think that's tragic but like that's on some level inevitable, and you just have to be okay with that because like Steven Universe exists. There's the thing created by a person who leads a team that is very singular in its vision, and everyone loves it. So I've got to go watch that apparently as soon as possible. So like these things still exist. You still have like shows or what's the right word? Shows is the wrong word, but stories, ongoing series that are I'm working out how to do the color now. Ongoing things that you can be a fan of, things to invest your energy and emotion into that have been created by people that care. And it's not like fandom that hasn't been entirely reduced to brand loyalty yet, even though there's a way to be cynical and read that. I don't think that's a healthy view to have because the things out there, you just need to find them and readjust what you care about. But you do have to also be self-aware that a lot of the things that are like of this size are just like banking on brand loyalty. Like Marvel don't give a shit about who actually likes Marvel stuff. And like they give a shit that they getting paid. That the money is too high. The money is way too high for that to matter. And maybe like, and that's not to say that people involved don't matter. Like Joss Whedon certainly cared, and many of the actors and writers and like people involved with the creative process do care and they do their best. But they're working within a more constrained system. And it's definitely true that movies are I talked to Matt about this recently, and Matt basically described Marvel as like the return to the 30s studio system in the way the studio is set up and the way the contracts are set up for the cast and the like all the people involved. And that's 100% true. It's all about churning out these things and getting people locked down and having this ongoing thing. And that's just what those movies are. And that's fine, I guess. Like that's not the that's not the healthiest place for cinema to be creatively, but that's a way in which things can work and have worked before. And you just have to be kind of okay with that and know what you're getting into. And I don't imagine Star Wars is going to be any different. It's made by the same crew. The same larger company. But it should be fine. It should be interesting. I am going to go see the movie day one because that's going to be an event, right? Just understatement of the year there. Like going to the cinema, probably have old men everywhere going, "It's time. It is my time," just like they were in 1999. But this time it's going to be good. This time they've made a good Sonic game. Sonic Generations is here. It's exactly what we've all been waiting for. And so it's going to be fun to like be part of that. But it's certainly like a tinge with sadness for me knowing that it's not like it's for me. I don't get it's the one. This is like it's coming back. The thing I loved is coming back. I don't get that. Like I thought I was going to get that with the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. I didn't. I really didn't. So there you go. That's the status of my stuff. But I'm excited for new Star Wars. I feel like I've talked about this topic a lot, and I don't know what else to go on to because special episode of this recorded after Let's Play where I'm just rambling, talking about stuff. I am way more talkative than I am when I play, so I hope you enjoy because the sound has been all muted clearly because we can't have it in because otherwise we'll get copyright stung. So for now we're just gonna chat about things. How are you? I hope you're good. Hope life is good. I just had some waffles. They were delicious. That's an update into my life. Also, I recommend waffles. There you go. Little bit of info for you. Unsurprising, I assume it will be. What else is happening? What else do I talk about in regards to Star Wars and everything? And sci-fi stuff? I don't know. I have finished, and I've probably put up on my website, the sci-fi script I was working on. It's fine. It's not a masterpiece or anything. It is clearly the second, third or fourth film script I finished, but the second script I've been able to post publicly for the other ones were too terrible. So it's clearly on that level that isn't great, but it's a thing that I made, and if you're interested, you can go to headfullsoft.com to see it. And I'm glad I did it because making stuff is cool. Love to make stuff. I'm just going to watch myself play this game, apparently. I don't know why I'm doing this puzzle, because it's not like it matters. It goes into a cool version of the Imperial March, I think, at that point, when you unlock that. But, yeah, that's how this level goes. It's interesting. Cool game. I like the LEGO Star Wars games a lot. I might play the LEGO Marvel Superheroes game. I know that's meant to be a really good one of these. The design of these games shifted so much. At the Harry Potter game, I think was the first one, and then Lord of the Rings built on the open world, and yeah, God, I hate Slave Leia though. The words Slave Leia, there's a lot to unpack there on how wrong they are. There's also just her character, especially in the first movie, but in the second one as well, is defined by being better than the other two at everything always. She knows what she's doing. She is a leader of people. She's the person who knows what the alliance is and how it works. And Luke's just some fucking chump. And Han is some arrogant asshole who doesn't actually know anything. Compared to Leia, who's okay, no, I am a leader. I'm a politician. I know what to do. This is my deal. And her most iconic image and moment is her reduced of all her agency, just becoming a hot girl in slave bikini. It's the most tragic thing. Come on. Leia is the best Star Wars character of the main three Star Wars characters. these are the facts. Here they are written. I think I don't have much else to say. We have 5 minutes left, so I guess I'll think of something. If anyone has recommendations for games they want me to play, please let me know. I'm gonna restructure my Patreon and like donation stuff soon in order to make that easier. I don't know when, but that'll happen at some point over the next few months, because I would like to have a way of setting my website up in order to focus people who want to help, and also like make options people that want me to do stuff. Like, I feel like there should be a way, if you say Jackson, I want you to play this game, you should be able to do that. So that's going to happen soon. There's the thing that's going on with me. Apparently this is just going to become an impromptu map making now, but my computer is coming, so I will get to do more map makings. How great is that? It's great. It's good. It's a good time. Going to be all the hashtag content from your boy Jackson Tyler over the next few months to year. I have 42 articles about Metal Gear ready to go up. 42. I wrote 80,000 words on that series as I went through. Only 1 to 4. And it's too much. It's too much. Like, if you were on Twitter, you basically saw me driving myself insane trying to write about the video games, and it was a bad decision that I made, but it's over now, and you will get to enjoy the fruits of my misspent labor. The fruits are good. They're good. Making the fruits, yay or nay, jury's out, doesn't matter. They're done. Please enjoy these fruits. This is a great metaphor. So yeah, but I hope everyone has enjoyed this stuff. I'm just about to complete this level here. This is a good level, apart from the one ridiculously difficult nonsense thing that shouldn't have been so hard. I really like this level. At the start of this original video, in the first version, I talked a bit about what made good Lego Star Wars levels, because it's really difficult to put your finger on, because they're like tone pieces. They're pleasant experiences which you go through. They're not challenging puzzles. They're not challenging combat. So if they become too taxing or confusing, or if you lose your way, like, they cease to be, like, fulfill their function as an enjoyable bit of video game. But once but like, if they're like too boring and dull, then they're just you running and pressing the X button. So there has to be a level in, like a point in between for them to hit. And I think like the last two levels, especially before this, the first Episode 6 level and the final level, Escape from Cloud City. Escape from Cloud City is an excellent level. It has all the right levels of variety, like no one bit, like they don't make you do one thing 3 times in order to get to the next room. That's always when Lego Star Wars is at its worst design-wise. I think there's definitely been an improvement in the game's design as we've switched to the original trilogy. Even though I have more nostalgia for the design of the first game, because that's the game I played as a child. I didn't get complete Saga till at least 4 or 5 years later. I think I played it in 2009. Yeah, which would have been 4 years later. But at 2, that's a 10-year-old to, no, that's a 12-year-old to a 17-year-old. Yeah, so that's a world of difference. 2005 I was a child. 2010 I was just a teen, I guess, shitty teen. Things had changed. War had changed. Yeah, get the thing, break the ladder, do the thing, do the force thing, Luke. Do the force thing. Move your body left from side to side. Do the Bartman. Jump. Get in the thing, let's go. Let's get this done. Let's get this over with. Only a couple minutes left now. 5 videos of this series left. It's a good series. It has a good ending. Everything is good. Good talk coming up. Good talk here. I can't talk. It's a shame that we have lost the discussion that was originated in this episode, but I did summarize it well. I watched this video before I recorded this new audio track, so you got all the hot info from past Jackson. But man, it's been a while since I made these. It's been so long. I've done so much in the interim, and I don't know what to do now. I have a couple things on my agenda for today, even though today is like 2 weeks ago now, or a week ago now. But aside from that, I'm done. Like, things are done. Now that I'm done with Metal Gear, I have no big project to do, and I feel empty. And I'm starting university in a couple of weeks, and then my time will be taken up for me. But it just, I feel anxious and a bit out of stuff to do right now. So that's where I am. Do the jumping, C3PO. So yeah, if you want actual more interesting Star Wars talk, not more interesting, but some more interesting Star Wars talk, please listen to this month's Trash Spect Ratio. It came out yesterday. Yes, it came out yesterday. They're just working out, and it features Destiny's Third Avant's Abnormal Mappings Abnormal Mappings host. We have a fourth chair now. Oh, it's amazing. Good times, true times. But Destiny's Third Avant's first ever viewing of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It is an excellent episode. We talk about that a lot. It's hilarious. So, if you enjoyed this Star Wars talk, please look around the things we're doing for more Star Wars talk, because Star Wars is never going to end. I like how everyone's really anticipating it, like the release of the new Star Wars movie, but the new Star Wars releases are basically just going to be just a ruined orgasm over the next many years, as they keep coming. Let's keep the new one. Trailers will never stop. The films will never stop. Star Wars is here to stay. So there we go. We are done. The episode is done. Thank you very, very much for watching. I am at Twitter at HeadfulsOff. You can find me at abnormalmapping or headfulsoff.com. Both of these two things are great. I do lots of things on the internet. I'm a cool guy. You should follow me and see what I do. New podcasts coming soon at normalmapping.com all the time. That's really it. Do I have anything else? Oh my god, the time's running. No.